Morning, everybody. This is my dog Brody here. He's hanging out with us today. This is our meditation room upstairs, so that's why it looks a little bit different. So today I just wanted to talk to you about the weight of the world on the shoulders. When people have a lot of shoulder and neck tension, and it can even go into the trapezius, into the shoulder blades a little bit, you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And what that means is you're feeling responsible for other people. You're feeling like, like you need to help other people. You need to take on things off other people's plates. You need to help people. So I want to tell you, you don't. And it's not a heartless thing. It's actually a gift of love and compassion. And so when you are constantly taking things off people's plates out of true love and true compassion and true caring, you really want to help, what you're doing is you're taking those experiences away from them. So if they have an experience, for example, of overwhelm, they need to get to overwhelm, then you taking things off of their plate, they're never going to get to overwhelm. So they're never going to have the experience of overwhelm to be able to learn the lesson, to use their voice, to speak up and say, hey, this is too much. I'm pushing back now. Prioritize what you want me to do, but I can't do it all. I'm one human being. Another example of, you wanting to take things off people's plates and help them, and you could probably do that in 5 minutes and they've been struggling for days with it. Allow them to go through those processes. Allow them to fall on the floor and just go, geez, like I don't know what to do. Can somebody help me over here? Receiving is a really hard thing for people, especially if you've had any bit of trauma in your past. Asking for help is not something that feels comfortable. It doesn't feel good. And when people have trauma, they tend to push people away. I'm going to do it all by myself because I can't count on anybody anyway. That's a limiting belief. We'll talk about that another time. So when you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, you get that shoulder and neck tension. And as soon as you decide, okay, I'm just going to let go. I'm just going to step back and watch the train wreck happen right in front of me. The train wreck is somebody else's experience that they're struggling with. And it could be a child, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker, it could be a neighbor, it could be anybody in your life. But allow them to go through the process, because sometimes they have to fall in order to learn how to stand up. Think about, yourself. Like, how many times have you failed at something before you learned the right answer that worked for you? How many times did you have to practice tying your shoelace as a kid before you got it? People have to learn how to navigate through their own chaos, their own experiences, their own upsets. They have to learn how to self-regulate. They have to learn how to manage and cope. And part of that is reaching out to other people. So can I have some help over here? Or hang on, this is too much. Somebody else needs to take some of this load because I'm one little human here. I can't do all of this. This is too overwhelming and I need some me time. So just know that when you're carrying the weight on the world on your shoulders, you really don't have to. It's not your weight to carry, and you actually are hurting other people. And when you take those experiences away from that person, the universe gives them a bigger experience. So if they're meant to slow down, and they don't because you've now lifted some of the stuff off. Maybe they were supposed to slow down and process. You've lifted some of that stuff off their plate. They just keep going and going and going. They trip, they sprain their ankle, but they just keep going and going and going. And now you feel bad because they've sprained their ankle. So you take more stuff off their plate. And then the universe gives them a harder experience. And maybe they fall down the stairs and they break their leg. And now they're in the hospital for maybe a month with their leg in traction up in the air. And the universe is forcing them to slow down, forcing them to stop, because they need to do their own introspection. They need to do their own processing. They need to really look at their life. Like, is this really what I'm doing? What am I doing to myself? Look at how stressed I am. Look at how horrific all this stuff is. And is this even what I want to do? And so when you take those experiences away, they get bigger and bigger and bigger for people. And it gets harder and harder and harder for them to cope through it. And they get more painful. So just allow people to stumble and fall, and hold space for them. Be in the background, just watching, being the observer, and wait for them to say, hey, can you help me over here? I really need some help. I need some information. I need some guidance. I need some physical help. Can you just come and help me over here? And that is when you know you can step in, that you can, absolutely, I can help you. What do you need help with? Let me help you. Let me show you. I can teach you. What do you need? That's when you know you can step in. It's a hard thing because most of us have a lot of love and compassion for the people in our lives, and we really want to help them. We want to help them soar and succeed. But everyone, including you, has to find their own path to success, whatever success looks like for them, and their own path through the experience to learn the lessons that we've come here to learn. And so just keep that in mind when you have that urge to take stuff off other people's plates, when your plate's already full with your own stuff. Remember, you need your own self-care as well. And part of that weight of the world that you've got in your neck and shoulders and upper back tension, you're doing to yourself. So try your best to just step back, let it go, and wait for people to ask for help. Okay? We'll see you next week. Bye now.